afternoon, YouTube. How are we all doing today? Oh, nip that corner. We are in Amarillo, Texas. We're gonna stop here at the Tootin' for lunch and a half-hour break because I want some barbecue. You can't go through Texas without getting barbecue, right? This isn't one of my more favorite places to get barbecue. But I know there's going to be parking here, so I'm going to get barbecue here. I wish I could got a fuel here because it's stupid cheap for $2.89. Wow. But how have you all been? I do apologize for not putting out any content in a long while. Almost 2 months now. Oh my god. I'm a horrible YouTuber. I know. You don't have to tell me. It's 56 degrees out here in lovely Amarillo, Texas. And I don't want to be a wrinkle and park out of a parking spot when there's plenty of parking over here. And I don't mind to walk. You know, I need to walk. Even though I have a foot issue. Oh, look at that pretty peak. My foot issue is, I thought I broke it, but it turned out to be a cramp that just would not go away. Like, no matter what I did, it would not go away. It was bad. Oh, I know, I didn't put you in the neutral. I'm sorry. But it's going away now, and we're doing okay. I put my shoes on because we're gonna go for walkies. Get some barbecue. I hope it's open. I don't remember if it's open on Sunday, come to think about it. There you guys are. Do I need a jacket? Let's see if I need a jacket. It's a little chilly, but I think I'll live. I think I'll live. Let's get the wallet, get everything set up. Oil temp is pretty cool. We had a long wait at the truck at the red light, so I guess we'll shut her down and save some fuel. I get my cool trucker hat. I lost my old man hat, so we go with the See Me Now hat. So, oh yeah. I was talking about, we fixed our internet. There it is. There's the Starlink. And the googly eyes. These are googly eyes. Well, they're LED signs. They just have eyes on them. Loco's looking pretty disgusting at the moment. Don't mind him. He's dirty. We'll get that taken care of when we get up to Joplin. But I'm gonna go in here and grab me something to eat, and I'll see you when I get back in. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision, because I can smell that bull hauler or the cattle down the road. So I mentioned I have a foot problem. I think it's my shoes. I went and bought new shoes at Walmart. Big mistake. Give me one moment. Let me get back there and set up dinner or lunch. Forgot to get the fork and everything while I was in there. That's okay, I have a bunch. Wife's texting. I got sliders, turkey, Polish sausage, some chips, mac and cheese, and banana nanner pudding. I'm not going to want to drive after this. I'm going to eat this and I'll get back to my foot story. Alright, my foot problem. I'm fat. That was... whew. Always delicious. Oh, okay, my foot problem. I bought new shoes. Well, I bought new army boots and new shoes at Walmart. Not the best place to get army boots, but they get the job done. And I got new shoes as well. And they have been killing my feet. I don't know if they're just too loose or not tight enough, or the soles are just too flat or something. But it's hurting my feet. So I'm gonna wear my cowboy boots later today when we go into Joplin and see if my feet are a little bit better. Ooh, excuse me, in those. We're gonna get on the road here because I only did a half-hour break. Had a wonderful lunch. I gotta reset up my Starlink. I unplugged it and needed it to do some other things, but we will make sure we park in a favorable spot tonight so they can reacquire its satellite linkage. There's an airplane that just flew over. I just saw the shadow. Where is it? I'll see it here in a minute. Yep, there it is. So we can get this video uploaded to you guys. Oh, you guys don't want to see me. You guys want to see the road. I missed my opportunity. The Matrix knows. The Matrix knows. NPCs had to spawn in. Oh my god. I got even worse hiccups now. We'll go after this guy, whatever he's hauling. Cars. It's a car hauler. It's a fancy car hauler. So what have I been up to? Not much. You know, just trucking. I do have a thought process running around in my head right now, and it's irritating me. And that thought process that I have is, what kind of trailer am I going to buy after I finish paying Loco off? I'm probably going to go a year renting a trailer from the company like I'm doing now, and then after that year's time I'm gonna look at buying my own trailer. And I don't know what trailer I'm gonna go with. Am I gonna go with a flatbed, or am I gonna go with the dry van? Now, it really makes not that much of a difference in the long run whether I go flatbed and or dry van, because I'll be making the same amount of money either way. Now granted, yeah, I will have a, you know, there's going to be better runs, there's going to be better money on flatbed, during the summer months, you know, the warm months. Right now, I just checked out some loads where we're going in Bedford, Ohio, and the loads out there are looking pretty favorable at the moment. So, am I going to go with a flatbed and just suck it up during the winter, or be, you know, because I won't have a trailer that I'm paying for sitting somewhere not making myself money. That's not going to happen. Like, we're not playing that game. Trailers, payment's going to be expensive. I'm not going to rent the trailer, a drive-in, and have my own trailer payment to make. Just not going to happen. I'm going to run one trailer, and that's going to be it until it's paid off. And then I'll look at, you know, buying a second trailer, so I can flip-flop. But then I get into the thought process of, why am I buying a second trailer when that trailer is going to sit, like the drive-in, will sit 90% of the year? It would only be used in late fall to early spring, you know, in the winter months. Can I justify having the insurance and possibly a trailer payment on top of that just to have it sit 90% of the year? You know, or do I just get a dry box and be done with it? Because I am getting up there in the age. I'll turn 40 this year. I got some health issues that, you know, my pride keeps me, you know, thinking I'm still young. I'm a disabled veteran. You know, I got knee issues. I got back issues. You know, do I want to keep doing the manual labor of flatbed? You know, that's the questions I got to start asking myself, getting up here in the age. Or do I want to, you know, get a nice drive-in and outfit it with a whole bunch of chicken lights and chrome and all that? Because we all know chrome gets you home, right? So that's just the thought process I have going on in my head. And I've been thinking about it for the last week. Is, what do I do? Like, is flatbed something I want to continue to pursue on my own accord, or do I want to maybe sit back and look at a drive-in and just be a door swinger for the rest of my days? I have no problem with door swinging. I've done flatbed for quite a long time before I started YouTubing. I did reefer for quite a long time too. I think it was split between flatbed and reefer, and I finally got into drive-in with this company. So that's just where I'm at in life and thinking, and you know, I don't know where the direction I want to go. I'm happy with both. I'll make money, good money with both. Will I make more money than the other? Not really, because it will actually, it equals itself out between flatbed and drive-in, because flatbed does tip down in the winter months, and flatbed normally just kind of stays steady. So, stay steady. I don't even know what I said. Steady. It normally stays steady throughout the year. So, I don't know. Like that's just like where I'm at in my thought process, in my mind, and dealing with what I want to do in my future. I'm okay with being a drive-in, a door swinger. You know, in my later years of trucking, I don't have anything to prove anymore. Like, I'm just out here making money. And that's kind of what I want to do. I'll take you guys along for the ride, you know. But anyway, enough of me rambling, venting to you guys. We got 456 miles. We got about 242 till we hit I-44 and start making our trek north. We got 6.5 hours left of our day. We got plenty of time on the clock. Won't have to do another break or anything. We might stop for a bathroom breaks, I don't know. But, alright guys. Like always, I'll cut back in if anything interesting happens. We'll get some road footage here. But it's going to be a lot of this. We'll get up into Oklahoma, then into Missouri. We'll be stopping in Joplin, Missouri, like I keep saying. Keep repeating myself. I like to get on the other side of this weather front, and that way the wind will start pushing me again, not blowing in my face. Survey says I got a green light. Truck must exit. I got a green light now. Well, we'll follow the sign. Everybody else went in. Everyone's coming in. Everyone's coming in. Apparently they just want to look at everybody. We stop for? Everyone's got a green light. wind did change direction. At least it's coming out of the north. We just needed to come out of the west. That way it's pushing us. Well, they pulled the one guy back. He might be oversized, that's why. Yeah, he's a little bit oversized. Go check his permits. Stop here, wait for them to be clear. I'm stopping everybody. Exit the interstate. Next victim. Exit the interstate. Bye-bye. Give him a little wave and smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. That's a welcome to Oklahoma. A hell of a welcome. Up to 63 degrees though. Woke up this morning, it was like 21. Day before that it was 80. This is why I'm always in a rut. My body doesn't know what to do. Last time I came through here, there was actually a state fair going on. That was late fall, late summer, early fall time frame. We're on I-44, if you didn't tell by the signs. We got about 213 miles, about 3 hours left of our journey today. I just thought to myself, you know, I started this vlog in the middle of the day, in the middle of the trip, about about 2 months after the last vlog. I was like, wow, I'm some kind of YouTuber right there. That's some YouTuber stuff right there. I got a car on my right side. He's just chilling there. Let's throw the blinker on. Maybe he'll get the picture. Speed up, slow down. He chose to slow down. All right. Thank you much, kind sir. You and your Tesla. GPS has a speed limit 80 mile an hour. I don't think that's the correct speed. I do believe it is 60 through here. I didn't see a sign. I wasn't paying attention, but I'm cruising at 60. Most times in cities it's 55, 60, up 60. There's a sign right there, right past this broke down car. Right there. Is this the exit or is it the next exit? We stay in this lane. Alright, alright. Destination right around 8 o'clock. We should have plenty of parking back down that way. Joplin, Missouri is pretty good on. That's a horrible place to break down there, buddy. I know you don't have a choice when you break down, but damn. Joplin, Missouri, Iowa 80 truck stop is just as big as the Iowa 81. Or Joplin 44, I should say. Joplin 44 is just as big as Iowa 80. So, definitely a easy time to park. I don't think we'll get front row. But I kind of don't want front row at the moment because I do got to reset up my Starlink because I unplugged it and it needs to reset itself. And I need to do that with the actual clear view in the sky. And because I want decent internet to put this video together and play a game, like actually play a game tonight. I didn't play last night. It would load the game, but I couldn't go into a match. I couldn't go into like an actual game. I could only get to like the main menu screen, and it was starting to irritate me. It was really cold. I didn't want to set up the satellite dish just on the ground. I felt weird doing it. It's very easy to walk away with until it's mounted. Once it's mounted, I mean, you got to work to get up there and get it off the truck. But I'll figure I'll put it out on the ground. I'll be out in Party Row. Because I have my dinner. I have leftover barbecue, so I'm gonna eat that. We'll probably get a truck wash in Dingo Park. So we can be nice and clean for tomorrow. And then I think once we get to the yard, I'm gonna crawl underneath the truck and remove my what do you call it? My underglow kit that I had. It worked for a month and died. I think one of the wires got ripped off. And I don't know. It just looks horrible underneath there. I gotta go and trim all that off. So we'll get that taken care of. I don't know know if I'm gonna go pay a company to put the new underglow on, or if I'm gonna do it myself. I hate electrical stuff. I hate doing electrical wiring and all that. I can do it. I just don't like doing it. It's not my my thing to do. It stresses me out more than it does. And I always rush the job, so it doesn't look the greatest. And that's the only thing I rush to work on is wiring. I hate wiring with a passion. That's just something I never liked. So speed limit still on the GPS says 80, but I'm 99.9% sure it's still 60. Whatever that was scared the poop out of me. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but someone had a fart can on their car or a bike. Now, where was it? Maybe we'll get a truck wash in the morning. Yeah, still 60. Maybe we'll get a truck wash right before we leave tomorrow. I don't know. I do want to make sure the truck is clean before I go to the yard. Or as clean as possible. Because it is getting an inspection done. So I do want to make sure that, you know, everything is nice and tidy. For the mechanics and everything. Always treat your mechanics good. Alright guys, that's it. That's all she wrote for this trip. I'll cut back in once we stop at Joplin. But it's going to be just endless highway again. We're on 44. We're going to be on 44 for the next 205 miles. That's 3 hours. It is almost 6 o'clock Eastern, or sorry, Central Time. Central. We haven't gotten Eastern yet. It is 5:43. It's still a little bit daylight out. I mean, the sun's set, but it's still kind of bright out. I guess we're getting into that springtime stuff. I just been sitting here bebopping, listening to an audiobook, and I looked over at the clock and I was like, oh, it's later, but it's still bright. I like it. That means warm weather's coming. I like the warm weather. This thought process has been in my head. I swapped over to dry van because I wimped out and I didn't want a flatbed in the snow. I've been in the snow twice. Now I know if I would have stayed flatbed, it would have been Snowmageddon. The worst snow year ever. But it's been pretty mild this year. So if you like a warmer winter, you're welcome. Because I chose to wimp out and go to dry van instead of go and stay in my flatbed. That's the way I see it. That's what I'm going to go with. You're welcome. I took one for the team and kept the warm weather here. That's what I'm going to go with. And to speak of that, I have this idea floating in my head. I don't know if I said this already, but once I pay Loco off, I don't know if I'm gonna go. I know I'm gonna go at least a year, maybe 2 years, renting a company trailer, and then I'm gonna go and. Sorry, I was distracted by the truck stop, seeing how much parking's in there, because we got about 2 hours left. And this is when I start looking at truck stops and kind of being like, okay, that one's not that full, it's got some good parking. We'll look at the next one. If it's a little bit more, we'll maybe think about pulling off. So that's kind of what my thought process is at the moment. But anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna get my own flatbed or maybe just not do flatbed and just be a door swinger and grab myself a nice drive-in. Because I can't justify buying 2 trailers. Like, this has been my thought process all day. I can't justify buying 2 trailers. And running flatbed 90% of the year, and then to have that 10% of the year just be drive-in. And my drive-in just sit somewhere collecting dust. And I still have to keep insurance on it. I have to keep the maintenance up on it. And it's just not doing anything for 90% of the year. Like, I can't justify owning 2 trailers like that. And then trying to find a place to park it for that amount of time is, you know, another annoyance that I would have is dealing with just trying to park it and leave it somewhere and hopefully no one messes with it type deal. So I don't know, like to justify buying a flatbed and just running flatbed, I'm getting up there in the age, you know, I'll turn 40 this year. And do I want to do all that physical labor in my older years? Like, I am a disabled veteran. I do have some knee problems, some neck problems, back problems that I sustained from my time in the service. And, you know, I'm kind of retiring out of the military into being a full-time trucker. And this is kind of like my screw around and make money type time of my life. You know, I served my country, I did my job, I did my duty for the country, and now I kind of want to be left alone and make some good money. So, do I just want to go and run a drive-in? I can make a drive-in look pretty sexy with some chicken lights and chrome. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's just something that I'm thinking about it with my future and the future of my trucking career. Because I do want to own my own complete system, truck, trailer, and be able to do pretty much whatever I want. If I stay with the company, if I go do my own numbers, you know, my own authority, you know, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do fully just yet, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. And we're not that terribly far away from that thought process, so that's just what I've been thinking about. And I notice that it's 10 to 6, January 18th, 2026, and it's still pretty daylight out. I like it. It's 49 degrees. I don't know if we'll idle tonight. I really don't want to, but I don't want to be cold either. And we have 2 hours and 19 minutes left to Joplin. So, all right, guys, that's just kind of my thought process. That's what I've been thinking about lately, is my future and what we're doing. This year is kind of focusing in on a little bit of creature comforts inside the truck and making it a little bit more mine, because I've always leased trucks. I never paid one off, and I'm getting to the point where I'm going to pay this truck off. It is my goal. Like, I am doing everything in my power to make sure I stay with this truck and we pay it off, and it becomes a really good asset for me and my family, to where we get a trailer. And like I've been thinking, like, is it justified to get the flatbed, or should I just be a door swinger, get myself a nice skirted trailer, outline it with all kinds of chicken lights, get some underglow on it, and do the interior lights? Like I was thinking, you know, make it look kind of sexy, and, you know, have a little pizzazz to it. You know, that's my thought process. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, so, all right, guys. I thought I'd share that with you. And I'll see you guys over in Joplin, because GoPro's not going to like the lighting here in a little bit, even though it's still pretty bright out. I like it. I love summertime. Love trucking in the warm weather. Alright, guys, that is a wrap for today. We made it to Joplin, and my lucky streak is still going strong. Look at this. Front row parking. Front row parking. Every time. I wasn't going to park up front. I really wasn't. I was going to park in party row way in the back, so I can put the Starlink out and get a good connection to it. And yeah. Hold on. There's a fancy truck coming. Hold on. Look at this big mamma jamma. Not that. That's a forklift. Now this guy. What a show off. Look at this guy. Woo! I could only wish. Oh, he's big. He is big. Editing the video as we speak. I got to the end of the video and I was like, wait, I didn't close out the video. What kind of YouTuber am I? A bad one. So that's it, guys. We're going to be heading to the yard tomorrow. It's a 9-hour drive from here up to the yard. I'll probably start about 7 o'clock. I know there's parking at the yard, so I'm just going to go straight there and just be done with it. We'll get there about the same time we got here, about 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock. And we'll call it at night there. Wake up early in the morning, Tuesday. Try to get everything that we need to get done. And hopefully we leave there by no later than... I'd like to be out of there no later than 2. And get away from there, park, and be ready for my delivery on Wednesday. As long as I'm down there and just chilling out, we'll be okay. But getting these videos out to you guys, I should be better. I got the Starlink, I got the computer talking to everything now. The problem that I was having, the memory card to the GoPro wasn't talking to the new memory wasn't talking to the GoPro, and it just, I got it all ironed out. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I'm trying to get this video out, and yeah, that's where we're at. I will see you bright and early tomorrow. I'm gonna go in and get a Starbucks in the morning when I wake up. That way we're just
looking for tax.
No, I'm not. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys in the morning.